Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. The winter update for Astroneer has arrived, so let's take a look at what's new. As you explore, you will find 3 new types of recreational objects scattered about the planets, including toy robots, or automatons, building blocks, or cubic objects, and tree toppers, or stellar objects. You may find them one by one, but you're just as likely to find a large group of them near a crashed exodynamics crate. We'll talk a bit more about what purpose these objects has in just a moment. In terms of new objects that we can craft, there's one. The EXO Recovery Platform. It requires 1,000 bytes to unlock, and you can create it on the medium printer using 2 resin and 1 aluminum. Once created, over the control panel and click the big green button to kick things off. A small rocket will soon dock on the request platform with 8 Tier 1 slots ready to be filled. And this is where the recreational objects that I mentioned earlier come into play. On their own, they're great little decorations to have that bring some holiday cheer to your bases in Astroneer. But if you package them, they turn into lovely little gift packages, and they are now ready to be attached to the EXO request platform. Load it up, and as long as you have 500 research bytes available, you can launch the rocket, sending these packages off to exodynamics. So what's the point of all that? Well, there are a couple. First, you earn Project Cheer recovery points for each item. Automatons reward you with 5 points, cubic objects reward you with 15, and stellar objects give you 60. You can tell which is which by hovering over them for a tooltip or by looking at the package color. Bronze packages are automatons, silver packages are cubic objects, and gold packages are stellar objects. And of course, these points unlock some things in the game. Now, this is where the patch notes differ with what I really saw in the game. According to the patch notes, you can unlock the Frosty Visor after achieving 400 points, and the Frosty Palette and Mask after achieving 2,500 points. However, at the 400 point mark, I unlocked the Frosty Palette. So I believe that the patch notes switched the palette and the visor in the order that you unlock them. But this is not a solo adventure, because there is a community reward as well. A holiday top hat will be unlocked for all players after the community reaches a combined 100 million points. This limited time event runs from now until 12 a.m. Pacific time on January 17th. But there is something even more significant about the Project Cheer recovery points, and it extends outside of the game and into the real world. At every 50 million recovery points collected by the Astroneer community, Systemera, the makers of Astroneer, will donate $5,000 to their Extra Life campaign supporting Seattle Children's Hospital. And they will keep on donating all the way up to $20,000. You can join Systemera's Extra Life team, as I have already done, or just donate to the cause by clicking on the link in the description down below. And if all of that was not enough, Tethers in-game have taken on festive colors until the end of the year, and there is a Happy Holidays photo frame filter available via the game camera. And finally, even though it's not mentioned anywhere in the patch notes, you should head to the South Pole and take in a lovely view. Aurora Australis have been added. Not only can you take in this view from the surface of the planet, but it's quite visible in space as well. There's also been a number of performance optimizations, along with some stability and bug fixes. Next month's update promises to focus solely on bug fixes, quality of life, and performance upgrades for multiplayer. Before I wrap it up, I want to say a very personal thank you to Systemera. Now, I doubt that anybody from Systemera will actually even wind up watching this video, but I still want to make my thanks public. I'm going to try not to get too long-winded or emotional here, but if you followed my channels on YouTube and Twitch, then you probably know that I've been unemployed for about a year now. As if the struggle to just pay bills wasn't real enough, the holiday brings about a bit of sadness for me. I'm a fairly generous person by nature, and when employed, I typically donate to several charities year-round. But during the holidays, I doubled down on that giving. From larger donations just to making sure I always have cash on hand to give to the charity bell ringers standing outside of numerous retailers. But now that I struggle just to pay my bills, I don't have anything left over for charity. And for somebody like me, that is a very uncomfortable feeling. But Systemera has given me a way to support a charity this holiday season, even though I have no extra money to give. Since I am unemployed, I have a lot of free time on my hands, and a huge portion of that free time does go into gaming. With this update to Astroneer, I can keep on gaming in my free time, knowing that doing so is also contributing to a very worthy cause. So again, thank you, Systemera. You're not only helping kids through the Extra Life campaign, but you've also greatly lifted the spirits of this gaming geek. And so, until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.